The worst thing in the world is to feel like you're dead. Oh, am I allowed to say that word? Let me not say that word. It's to feel like you're not here. And if you feel like you're not here, you sure as hell don't want to be because it's too fucking painful. Um, Marty Margaret said, 2023, I dedicated to self love and loving on myself. I was talked about and called selfish when all my life I pleased everyone else. Oh my gosh. So I spoke on that also. Like when you begin to truly love yourself and just abide in the freedom thereof, because people want to minimize you because they don't have the capacity at that time to be free to be themselves, then they will call you selfish and they want you to be a certain kind of way because it makes them more comfortable.
Can I say something to that real quick?
Absolutely.
My father, he was teaching.
Before that, it said it showed me who was for me and who was against me.
Okay. My father, he was telling me, he said, when I was going through my, spells of depression, he would say, you know, how you really learn how to love yourself in its full capacity. And I said, what he said, keep on doing what it is that your gifts and talents are and harness that. He said, reason why, because the more that you do what it is that you're naturally good at and other people see you're good at it, it's going to give you such a new profound boost of confidence in yourself. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be so asphyxiated on trying to harness that gift and talent point where um, nothing else is really going to matter. You're not going to be thinking about what you can't do because you're so focused on mastering what it is you know that you're good at. And to land it, the more accomplishments you get in it, the more you see yourself like, dang, I got better at this. Like you're looking at project 1, 2, now you're looking at 4, 5, and 6, and you're like, I'm seeing the progress. I'm seeing this more detail. I'm much more. It's uniformed. It's fitted right. Whatever it may be, and I would say that's the best way to start on a basic level to learn to love yourself without nobody having to assist you. Do what you are best at, whether if you are artist, cooking, sewing, upholstery, working on cars. I don't know what it is. Whatever your talent is, harness it, and I promise you, you'll keep smiling from that point on. But keep on
Can
rocking.
I say something real quick? Um, so um so there was I can't remember what is, so the guy that's on here, what's his name? What's his name?
You can call me Seven. Seven.
Yeah. You said 7?
Yeah, you can call me Seven.
Okay. So you had said something earlier that God doesn't give you one more brick than you can handle, right?
Correct. Correct.
So I think that we have to be very mindful, um, because I think sometimes we can have this mindset of I can handle every single thing, and
Mhm.
there are some things that God wants us to give over to Him, and because we have this mindset, oh, I can handle it, we don't give it over to Him, and so He wants to take that burden off of us, and so because sometimes we maintain the mindset, well, God doesn't give me more than I can handle. I can do this. I can take care of this. I can handle it. Rather than us giving over to Him, we decide to try to take care of it ourselves. And so I feel like we always have to be mindful of whether or
Mhm.
not this is something I need to give over to God and allow Him to take care of rather than me taking care of it myself. Because I think sometimes we get to where we don't see that this is something that God needs to handle, not me. And we look at it like this is just something I need to go through that I'm having to handle, and that's not necessarily the case. And I think sometimes we don't really see the difference, I guess you could say. So I do
Right.
think it's very important for people to be mindful that God doesn't want us to be burdened with certain things, and so sometimes we have to just give it over to Him and let God handle it rather than trying to do His job for Him. So I just wanted to to say that. So
No, I absolutely love that you said that, beloved. And that's why I'm so thankful that God has given me such a strong intuition of discernment. That, see, what it all comes down to, see, that's where discernment comes in. You knowing, see, that's where we have the old saying, pick and choose your battles. That's not just a physical thing. You need to know when to pick and choose your spiritual wars as well. So I'm saying that to say that I absolutely agree with you. Excuse me. There are times where I know I have to go ahead and let God take the wheel and don't touch the radio and just enjoy the ride. And then there are times where I know it's time for me to take the wheel. God has shown me enough on how to manage myself on the road. I got it from here. And I go off onto the road with the faith, knowing that I was taught by the absolute most perfect best. And then that's where faith comes in. But I don't want to flip it too much on the churchy side. I don't know where we going. I'm just, speaking more so testimony aspect of it.
We're going wherever spirit leads. I'm always a willing vessel. I'm about their life, so it's all good for me. You never know who may need to hear what and get ministered to at one point at one point in time. Um,
Agreed.
Marty Margaret, I want to get to a few more of her glass. See, I'm reading the comment and the word came out. If y'all hear some background, my son is getting me some water, so I wouldn't have to get up. So that noise will be gone in a minute. He just cut the water off. After she said it showed me who was for me and who was against me, her next comment was rose colored glasses removed. That is such a powerful statement. Um, Gosh,
Uh,
what can I say to that? Um, there's clarity, just seeing clearly. So Ashe. Miss Oshun Possible saluted everybody. Salute to you, darling. Hopefully you're still here. Thank you for joining. If you would like to come up, please feel free. I would love to say hello in person and meet you. Marty Margaret also said, and when I saw this on the screen, it touched my heart chakra a lot. She said, congratulations on being broken and transformed. You made it. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Whew. Um, there was work still to be done, of course. My main goal, my number one goal in life has always to be, or has always been to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. Um, and nothing is more important to me than that. And I'm very diligent about that. So I'm always doing inner work and just making sure I'm growing and I'm elevating and I'm I'm just being the best me. There's no other way to put it. I want to continue to love myself, and I don't think I'll be able to continue to love myself properly if I'm not always working towards being the best version of myself, and that's really important to me. I didn't get a chance to thank First Lady Tammy for her comment that she was talking about knowing the difference of when to turn something over to God and when not to. I also like what Seven said because I was thinking the exact same thing. Him and I don't know if y'all remember for the people that when I was coming around and visiting panels a lot, uh, we tend to say the same thing all the time. So we got this kindred consciousness, as I would call it, and this level of wisdom and insight that kind of operates on the same frequency. But I was thinking the exact same thing. Discernment will let you know, hey, this ain't for me. I gotta turn this loose because I can't do nothing with it. And let that be that. TMKC181 said, "Hey y'all, hey, what's happening?" The intellectual soapbox shouted out Miss Oshun Possible, talking about salute to my big head sister. He in the chat being funny. We have been going for a while. Does anybody does anybody else want to come up before we get ready and close this thing out? We initially started talking about, and I think we still are pretty much dealing with self-love, keeping your peace, which to me is a form of self-love and loving yourself properly. Um, Final thoughts, words of wisdom, things of that nature before we head on up out of here.
Ladies first. I'll go last. If she's there.
Oh, I'm here. No, sorry. So I wanted to say, like I, I have my poem about protecting your peace. We just have to be mindful that, because for me, so I'm a teacher. Every time I always talk about teaching. That's my thing. I love teaching. And so work for me is my happy place. When I say I love teaching, there's not one thing I dislike about teaching. I like everything that people complain about when it comes to teaching. And so I feel like one of the things that you have to do, like someone was saying, if there's something that you love, something that you enjoy doing, definitely be able to discover what that is. Because a lot of times people are working at a job that they just are there because they have bills to pay, not necessarily that they love what they do. And when you love what you do, even if it's not a job, just if you are doing something that you enjoy doing, it's such a pleasurable experience. And so really being able to find that and harness that is such a significant thing. And then also when it comes to being able to be there for others, be mindful that you can get joy out of being there for others, but also be mindful that you're doing it for the joy and the love of it, but also keep in the front of your mind that not everybody is that way. And I think sometimes we don't necessarily see that when we get joy out of certain things. We also have to make sure that our mind is completely open to the reality rather than just having tunnel vision about certain things. And so I say it because I speak from experience as far as I've been that person that was just very, whatever it is that you need, you can call me if there's something that you need. And I was constantly checking on people to make sure that they were okay and all these different things. And I truly got joy out of being able to be somebody who was there for others and doing for others. And so when it's a time where you need those things, it's not a guarantee that the people are going to be able to give you those things. So just be mindful of that, and continue to do those things that you enjoy doing, and let it be for the reason that you just enjoy doing it, and that's it, and that's all. So just in a nutshell, do what you love to do, because you can find true love and joy in just that.
I say thank you, First Lady. I appreciate you, darling. You mentioned something, and I'm actually gonna give my final thoughts last. But you mentioned something that reminded me that I wanted to say to Seven. He has spoke about a few times loving yourself, and part of being at peace is finding your passion, and you reiterated it just now also, and what you're good at, and honing in on it and cultivating that thing. And I felt like there was a message specifically for me. And so I'm very, very thankful for that message being iterated so many times in this broadcast. What I find really, really interesting specifically about that message is that particular thing that I'm happy with doing my gifts, because I am also a poet. I'm a writer. Um, I'm a erotic entertainer. I'm a sensualist, and I'm a sensual energist, and all of these different things. Those were the things that I, before I began to love myself and accept myself completely, I hid. And I was always teased and ridiculed for um, having the sensual energy that I have, and just being a free spirited being. Um, and so that is one of those things to where it's like I wasn't comfortable with, and I wasn't loving myself completely, because it's really frowned upon. But as you said, the more because I do sensual erotic interactive spoken word showcases, and my goal is not to entertain when I do these showcases. People, of course, are going to naturally be entertained because some people just like that kind of thing. But my ultimate goal is, because I am an ethereal spoken word artist, is to motivate and inspire people to have a deeper level of an intimate connection when it comes to sensuality and sexuality. We'll talk about that on a whole nother broadcast. I'm excited about getting to the sensual eccentricness on the Sensual Eccentric podcast. But that's one of those things to where I really, really, I thrive at. I know that's who I am to my core. I identify as a love goddess. And so that's who I am at my core. I just exude love, sensuality, and erotic energy. Whole nother story. But I did want to thank you for bringing it up, and the message that came across to keep going. And just like you said, the more that the more shows that I do, I'm not gonna say I become more of myself, but it's just like it shows people that this is really who I am, and I'm not going to stop being me. It's just, this is me, and I love all of me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you still gonna have a group of people who are going to swear up and down right now you are AI. All right, so just it's vicious. And you know, the more authentic you are, the more it's like, yeah, I'm telling you, nah, that gotta be AI. And it's like, something's really wrong with y'all. Something's really wrong. No, I was just throwing in a
I
joke.
can't even touch that. That is hilarious to me.
Mm.
But we have somebody that joined. Chef Shapino has joined. Um, who else? Oh, these words are really, really small and I can't see. One other person, I think, is Marty Margaret. Yes, because I noticed her profile. She has joined you. Thank you for coming up. We are in our final thoughts right now. Before final thoughts, if you want to say something else, you can, since you're just now coming up. But thank you for joining. I appreciate you so much. First Lady Tammy, thank you so much for your final thoughts. I appreciate you so very much. We are going to hear from, I think Chef Shapino came up before Marty Margaret did. So let's hear it from Chef.
I think you might be on mute. Not sure.
Hello.
There you go.
Hey, what's going on, folks? Hello, I'm Chef Shabino, and I want to send a special shout out to my boy, Mr. Best, from the panel, one of my friends for about 6 years now. And I want to send a shout out to my sister who's the host today, as well as everybody in the chat and everybody else on the panel. So, pretty much, I have to say this. Definitely sincerely appreciate the conversation. Doesn't matter how many people are in the room, but the directness of the conversation is evergreen. All right. So in terms of the little stuff that I was putting into the chat, I talked about, how I felt about one of the issues that you discussed. And one of the things that hit me the most was about the peace. Peace, self peace, self healing, self energy, self love. All of those things point directly to us, okay, within us, but they don't speak on the ecosystem. In terms of having self love, I believe that having self love, it's a balanced effect. It's a couple of different plates spinning. One is maintaining your personal peace, understanding what your hangups are, understanding what your issues are, the things you love, and all of that. But then the ecosystem, that's different. The ecosystem is furniture. So your self-love, okay, and your self-perspective when you go within yourself, that's you as a person. Everybody else within the universe, they are furniture. So if I bang my knee on the couch 5 times, right, am I going to sit and get pissed off and expect the couch to put itself in a different, part of the living room? No. I'm going to move and acquiesce to the position of that immovable object, and I'm going to go around it because I recognize part of my personal peace is my knee not hurting when I bang it into the edge of a couch. So I'm going to move around it. So self-love is not just you understanding what you need. Self-love is understanding the environment you exist in. And how much you love yourself is not just about what you expect from that ecosystem to give you, but how you love yourself is really on you and how you choose to navigate that system so you ignore, so that you don't have to deal with the hurt, right? Part of that navigation is not telling the ecosystem, aka the furniture in your universe, what you like. No, part of it is silence. Silence. You recognizing who those people are in your universe, who those people are in your ecosystem, their weaknesses, their strengths, and how they mesh and interpolate within the way that you move in your own life, right? That's real self-love to me. Self-love does not involve just yourself, because yourself does not exist within a vacuum or molecule. It exists within a universe, which means that in order for you to have true self-love, it's not just knowing what you want, but it's knowing how you can get what you want within this myriad of mazes and weird personalities and all of these things. So if we truly understand self-love, if you love yourself, you're going to know that if you're born in the ocean, your ass got to swim. If you in the hood, you got to keep your head on the swivel. If you in the freezer, you need a coat. You understand what I'm saying? So self-love, yes, it starts with that essence of loving yourself, but it also exists within you. If you really love yourself, you're going to learn your environment so that yourself will be solid. Is that making sense?
Yeah. I just wanted to briefly, just so the sister right here can get in. When you were saying banging your knee, The example I always like to use is if you bang your knee one time, that's an accident. You bang your knee a second time, it could be just it slipped your mind, you were forgetful. Three, four, five, and beyond has now become a decision. I digress. My mic is muted.
Oh, you cooked with that one because that's the key. They say that thing, people always say that statement about, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That thing, and it's not really, it wasn't Einstein that said it, it was somebody else, but we ain't going to talk about that. But it's the truth. I mean, let's think about it. How many times do we have to bang our knees on that proverbial couch in order to understand the crib that we live in? There's people that sleepwalk, and they sleepwalk, and they might have a house with two floors, and somebody may sleepwalk and walk all the way down the stairs, get to the kitchen, walk in circles, and go back upstairs and never trip over a couch.
So
Right?
let me say this. I'm so glad that you brought that up, because when he said continuing to bump your knee is a decision, and what came to me is not being self-aware. When we are not aware and we are not paying attention, yeah, we're going to keep doing the same things over and over. I mentioned this earlier in the broadcasting, and what you just said about doing the same thing over and over as insanity. I said, and I'm not going to say, and I quote, but I mentioned one of the ways that we can tell that we are not loving ourselves properly. A sign of a lack of self-love is when there is an issue and the issue keeps arising and we haven't done anything to solve the issue. And I specifically brought up women that complain about relationships and the wrong partners, and they're this and they're that and yada, 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 yada. But it's like, what are you doing? There is an issue. You're study picking the bad boy, or you're study picking the liar, or you're study choosing the cheater, or you're study choosing someone that doesn't respect you. When does it become about you instead of them? What is it about you? What are you lacking that you're steady choosing those people? So I wanted to, I thought that was really, really good. The intellectual soapbox says, Seth Shapino makes me want to come up, but I got to be disciplined. Ain't no LOL behind that. If you want to come up, you come up.
That's my bro.
He want to be in the background so bad. He like, no, I'm
He's my
chilling. I'm
YouTube
the
day one.
engineer, and that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, he's my YouTube day one, my sister. So I can't even lie.
Was that your final thought, Chef Shapino?
Oh no, I'm a long-winded dude with a lot of thoughts. So I got a whole bunch, but I'm gonna acquiesce to the to the
Yeah, we
channel I'm
wrapping
on
it up.
right
You see,
now.
I done put my sweatshirt on. I turned my heater off, my thermostat off, because it makes a lot of background noise. And here I live in Chicago, and in Chicago we have been having temperatures that's below
Wait,
zero.
real Chicago, or you in Naperville or Aurora or something like
No,
that?
I am on the west side of Chicago, honey. Like,
Okay.
no, I'm not in the suburbs. I'm Shy City for real, for real.
All right.
Born and raised, west side.
Cook County.
That part.
Okay,
Don't
yeah,
nobody
you
know
got
nothing
it.
about Madison and Madison and not Madison and Western. Damn, about the not the street. I grew up close to Madison and Holman.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, see, I'm about to go back down memory lane. But your final thoughts, and then we are going to go to Sister Marty Margaret.
All right. Can you hear me?
Sure enough.
All right, perfect.
Can't hear you now. You went out.
I was gonna say that was deep. That was deep what he just said.
Can you hear me now?
Now you're back on.
All right. Personal peace. Personal peace is not something that's a communal agreement. Okay. Personal peace, it's a multifaceted movement. One is understanding what you want, what you love, what you don't like, and what you hate. Right? That's one. And that only involves you. Nobody else cares, not even your kids. No disrespect. Okay. The kids only care when it impacts them because your mood impacts them. But all of those things, self healing, self peace, and all of that, what that is your subjective understanding of your feelings for the ecosystem, for the world or the ocean that you swim in. The thing is, in order to really, really allow yourself to gain that peace, some of it involves silence. And I don't mean, I'm not telling you shut up. No. Silence is the equivalent of you licking your fingertip, your index finger, stick it in up in the air and so you can see which way the wind is blowing. You get me? So what I say to you is that part of it involves more listening. People that are their bird style is dove. The people that have the most, your friends that are the most sensitive, pay close attention. When stuff is going down, they shut the hell up and they watch and they listen because they understand their degrees of sensitivity. And I believe that all of us have to understand, yes, what we love, how we love, what we hate, how we hate. We understand that, but then we also understand we exist in a universe with billions and billions of people. So we have to shut the hell up sometimes so we can understand who are the people that we allow into our circle, aka the furniture that we allow into our living room. You catch what I'm saying? So once it comes to self-love, we keep talking about self-love, self-love, self-love. The first word in that is self. So we got nothing to do with the world and the furniture in our universe. It's us understanding ourselves, understanding how that universe exists, and then us figuring out a way to align those planets or navigate around those planets to get to where we want and to achieve, you know, uh, happiness, you know. But I know I'm a long-winded dude. I wasn't planning to do any kind of YouTube stuff tonight, but my boy was up, and my sisters and my bro were cooking tonight, so I had to come in and jump in. So I appreciate y'all.
Respect to you, black man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chef Shapino. I appreciate you, darling. We are going to hear from Marty Margaret. How you doing, darling?
Hey y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, first shout out to the panel tonight. I'm so glad I came in here. I needed to be in this room because I needed all what y'all was giving and pouring out. So I thank all each and every one of y'all for that. First of all, I just wanted to share an affirmation I wrote in 2018. It's very short. And also it's a song by Jason Lyrics. And he's singing with someone else. It's Jayson. So I'm gonna sing a little snippet of that. And that's my final thought. And I'm just going, be quiet from there. um, hey you. God made no mistake with you. You are made in his image, a beautiful sight to see. Take a look in the mirror and love the beauty that stands before you. Focus on your strength. Set boundaries. Find joy in being alive and well. And know your best is more than enough. I don't mean to be stubborn, but I can use some self-loving. I ain't gotta say nothing. You already know how I'm coming. I've been working on me. I've been loving on me. I had to learn to love myself. I don't mind no help. I had to do it for myself. I don't mind no help. I had to do it for myself. I had to focus on me. I had to love on me. I had to learn to love myself. And that's just a reminder to love on yourself each and every day. And that's it. Thank you.
Ashe, thank you so much, sis.
Nice voice.
I want to take a moment to just let that penetrate us for a moment. Because I feel that it was something very, very significant and powerful about that. Sis, if you don't mind, can you read the affirmation one more time, please? If you don't mind. And if she agrees to read the affirmation, I would like for us to just take a deep breath. Think about the things that we need to work on, how we working on ourselves. And in the midst of even working on those things, how we have to still implement patience, understanding, compassion, and grace to love ourselves properly, even in the midst of working on ourselves. Thank you, sis.
Hey, you. God made no mistake with you. You are made in his image, a beautiful sight to see. Take a look in the mirror and love the beauty that stands before you. Focus on your strength. Set boundaries. Find joy in being alive and well and know your best is more than the self. Um, and that was an affirmation that I wrote. It was something I needed, and I wrote it as an affirmation, and that I sometimes share before I start any of my poetry pieces to ground myself and also to pour out into others.
Ashe, we got a lot of poets in the house. Chef Shapino put in the chat, if my peace can be stolen by another's behavior, opinion, or chaos, then what I had was comfort, not peace. True peace is internally governed. It does not demand silence from others nor permission. Ashe. Now, Mr. Best has decided to join us. Oh my gosh. Aren't we so honored?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
and I know how to trigger him. I know how to trigger him, my sister. I know this guy over 6 years now. I know how to get under here.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
thank you for the trigger response. I appreciate it.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm a vessel of my system.
Oh my god. Yeah, we've been doing this for a minute. OG, we have, man. We have, man. Brooklyn stand up. You already know.
You already
Mm.
know.
Man. And Smitty, if you know the link is the I try to put the StreamYard link in your chat for people to come up, but I don't know if it registered. But yeah, I try to do that. But yeah, it is there. So man, thank y'all for coming through, man. Salute to my brother, man. M3, what's going on, baby? I see you up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, MD.
Yeah, man. He up in the building, you know what I'm saying? Maybe may come through and grace us with his with his presence or whatever. Feel me? So um but yeah, man, salute to my sister, Galaxy Venus. You know what I mean? Her just having this great show. Thank y'all for coming up here and giving us love and showing us, love, and her showing her love to us. Um, she definitely took our time to give us this and give us, her heart, give us her mind, give us her soul, her spirit, give us her everything in this moment. And we are appreciative of that. We're appreciative of her. We love her. And yeah, that's all I really got to say. I don't really want to, you know what I mean? I don't really want to take, I don't really want to shoot tonight. I'm gonna chill. I really want my sister to really, just get her shine on. I just wanted to come up and say what's up to everybody. What's up to Smitty, Marty Margaret. Hopefully I'm saying it right. First Lady Tammy, Chef, you already
What's
know.
going on?
You
Listen
know what I
here.
mean?
All I'm gonna
Yeah,
say this.
man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, my G.
Yes, sir.
This one right here, and the sister that you have up there. I'm not no young spring chicken. Okay, and we get that. But what I'm saying is that the sister that you got up here, and the level of respect that she delivered. And yes, ma'am, I am speaking about you like you are not here. All right, but you're gonna have to you're gonna have to handle your own self peace and deal with that, right? But I'm gonna tell you, yo, bro, this is a real one. The degree of conversation, the degree of articulation, the degree of respect that she has as a content creator, bro, lock this sister in. You know what I mean? Ashe. All right. Lock her in because you know me and you know me for a long time. And I've been on so many different platforms and my own platform and all of that stuff. And I sometimes sit in the trees and don't say anything. But whatever you did, I'm gonna let you allow yourself to have that self-love for a good decision. You see what I did there? But yo, this sister is a real one. She pulled me out. Look, she pulled me out the woods, bro. And I'm here, talking stuff. Not cammed up, but if I know that she's gonna be doing this again, I might actually cam up. Hit my little shape up, throw a little Beijing on. I'm just, but yo, I appreciate what y'all did for my Wednesday night, and I appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you for your wisdom in terms of selection. And I thank my sister for whatever she did within her life to be able to be smart enough to navigate all of this, to be able to be at this point in her life and provide these messages to the folks that need it. So I'm here for it. Thank you. And I'm going to shut up now.
Absolutely, I got to do a shameless plug. Yes, my sister Galaxy Venus will be here every Wednesday for the Sensual Centric podcast. Okay, you know what I mean, and she'll be representing 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes we may start maybe at 7, just depending on our week or just where we're at. We're human. Sometimes we may start a little bit later. Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean. So, you know what I mean. Just bear with us, but we will be on. You know what I mean? During that time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time for my West Coast people. All right, my East Coast people, that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come through and check us out, okay? And we'll be here live and direct. You know what I mean? Cisco, you can take it away. And thank you for all your kind words, Chef. I love you, brother. Salute to Mo Love. Let's go, Mo. Mo will be going live later on this evening. But yes, Sis, go ahead.
My heart chakra is so full of gratitude right now. I talked a little bit earlier about those of us that are big softies. And I happen to be a very, very sentimental person. I am a big softie. So not trying to be too much of a big baby, but gratitude to Chef Shapino for seeing me. I do not take that lightly. It takes a lot of insight to be able to see. And I could be on some hood shit and be like real recognized, real like that's the longest since I cried. But oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude. I do not take you seeing me lightly. So brother, the sister, man, the woman, thank you. I want to read a few comments. Mo Love hopped in the chat. KAR hopped in the chat, said, "Hey everyone." Mo Love said, "Hey everyone." Mo Love reminded everybody